Hey guys, I wanted to do our video for this month's paper pumpkin. Happy Wednesday, happy Thanksgiving. I hope you guys are having a good day today. I wanted to get on here and do our paper pumpkin. It just came in the mail the other day. I think I got mine on Monday. Maybe it was Saturday. So this month is the kit that coordinated, the colors coordinated with the Santa see, remember how last month we had these layers of the ho ho ho, and I don't have the cards, they're set aside, but we had the ho 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 and the Santa, and I might even have no, I guess not. I thought I had the Santa stamp handy, but I don't. So remember, there was the Santa and there were these layers with the snowflakes. Remember that last month's kit and this month's kit go together, so you can coordinate them to match. And right now, if you sign up for Paper Pumpkin, you can also buy these holiday sacks, which are perfect for, which are totally perfect for Christmas treats. And they're only $10 for the package of sacks. They're food safe and they're really nice. So it's worth a shot to sign up. If you sign up for the subscription, then you can buy any of the other products that are available with Paper Pumpkin. When you are not a subscriber, you can't buy. Oh, boo boo, I know. You need some attention, and no, you might die. You might die if I don't hold you. I get it. I get it, Bubba. I know. Okay. So I wanted to remind you of that. And look at this great big seal. This is a good stamp for Christmas. Oh, it's stopped a little there. What are you chewing? Oh, you can chew on that. And look at this ho 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 is very similar to the one that we had in the last month's kit. Open Me from Santa. This Joy is the same exact font that we had, in the other kit. So that's perfect. And this little dot here, I wonder what that dot would go to. We'll see. And we're using Cherry Cobbler. Now I'm going to set aside Cherry Cobbler. I don't know, something just fell. I'm going to set aside this little new spot and I'll save it. I'm going to use my big ink pad for convenience. I save these because sometimes I give them away as like little gifts with the used up stamps. You know, sometimes I'll give them as like little samples and stuff. So yeah, so we'll set that aside. I love that Paper Pumpkin comes like a gift when you order it. It's like so cute. It's got this fun tissue paper. So it's like a little gift for yourself every single month. I just think that's super fun. This is a narrow kit because it's got tags in it. Instead of having cards this month, they had coordinating tags like we had done. We had done the cards last month, but they're similar. So yeah. So let's get this open. Oh, I almost had it there. The only thing you need when you order Paper Pumpkin is the only thing you need when you order a Paper Pumpkin is maybe some scissors to cut twine, and that's it. I actually will probably make these tags into cards. I'm going to make the tags just like they show you, but then I'll show you how you could easily add them to a card base and make them into cards, which is more than likely what I'm going to do, because selling them as tags is just not very convenient. Maybe, but ooh, look at, we've got more snowflakes just like last month. These snowflakes are similar to the last month's. Like I told you, everything coordinated with us. Oh, and it's got the pretty, oh, it's got this pretty, oh, this one popped right out. This looks like soft succulent. Let me see what colors. And the back here tells you what colors they used. It's mint macaron. This is mint macaron. It's not shaded spruce. Shaded spruce is much brighter. So, oh my gosh, look how pretty that is. That's such a pretty snowflake. And there's only 4, so obviously we probably only have 1 per. And then we've got our tags here. Oh, and there's more of the green. We've got snowflakes, ho, ho, ho. Oh, and look at these Santa hats, matched last month's Santa. Cute. Cute. Okay, and dimensionals here. All right, so let's get our kit going. And see, look at how on the back of the stamp of the instructions, they show you a couple alternatives. So if I went ahead and ordered some of those bags, I could put these tags onto a bag really easily and give that treat to someone. And the bags are like almost as big as a card. They're really large. That would be a good idea, actually, now that I think about it. Maybe I'll do that. So that's perfect. So, okay, so let's get our stuff going. So for this kit, this first one, I need the brown or the crumb cake tag. No, I was gonna say I keep setting things aside. I need the crumb cake tag. I need a Santa hat. I need one of those snowflakes that I just had. And I need, oh, these are really layered, so that's nice. These are super layered. There they go. I need one of these blank, tags. And I also need a happy holidays. And I got the Santa hat there. And I need a ho 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 tag. And so I'm just getting all my pieces out first before I'm done with that, I think. And that's it for that. Okay. So that's the first tag. And so the first tag has its instructions up here in the top. And so I'm going to need the ho 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 stamp. Oh, I see. So we're going to stamp the ho 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 over the tag. And when you order your kit, in your first kit, you get one of these blocks in your very first kit. And then From Santa is the others one we need. That's fun. And the font of this From Santa is cute also. And I'm just using extra blocks that I have here for convenience. And these are the ones you can order from the catalog, which are nice and ergonomically designed, so your fingers fit right perfectly in the little notches, as opposed to holding a flat block. It's kind of nice that your fingers can fit right in. It's just convenient. It's just a convenience. It's not necessary, but it is convenient. And that's all we need for that. Okay, from that stamp set. So what we're going to do is we're going to stamp ho ho ho. So see how it's got crumb cake as the crumb cake is the first ho ho ho, right? So what they want us to do is they're going to have us stamp a outline over the ho ho ho, and it'll fit just perfectly over this here. Okay, so it's going to be a little tricky, but I think it'll be fine. Hi, Pat. And so, okay, let me see if I can get it just right. Ooh, it's a little tricky. Hold on, let me get I'm moving off onto, oh, that's a little tricky. Yeah, that's a little tricky, honestly. That was a little tricky to do. I didn't get it perfectly outlined, but I don't think you would notice that it's off because it almost gives like a shadow to the outsides. But yeah, that's a little tricky lining that up just right because you can't really see it through. Even when I moved it to the bright light, that was a little tricky. I'm not going to pretend. That one was a little hard, but it's still, I like the effect. I still think it's a cute effect. And then we're going to do From Santa. Oh, I closed my stamp pad. And then we're going to do From Santa on this other one. Sometimes it's good to have like a dark color underneath when you stamp because you see, I can't see the outline of my tag. So sometimes it's better to have your something underneath. I should move that piece of cardboard over. I'll use this cardboard next time I stamp so that I can see my pieces a little bit better. This is also helpful if you have a large stamp. Okay, and that's all we needed from those stamps. So what we're going to do is we're going to put the hat on top of here. Okay, so using our little dots. We're going to put our Santa hat. And I'm going to put 2 dots because I want to make sure it's going to hold. And we're going to put it right at an angle on the top of our tag here. Oh, my finger dragged across it, picked up something, picked up a little lint. And we're going to put it at an angle across our label. Then I'm going to put a glue dot here and put it behind our little tag that we just stamped. So sweet. A lot of pieces in here. But I think that's what makes them really nicely layered. And then we're going to put 2 dots on this and layer that on top too. So that's what makes a tag, I think, really effective. Like just, not effective, but just, yeah, effective like design and like a impactful, not effective, impactful design is when you have a lot of layers for a tag. Because tags tend to be a little tricky, you know, I mean, you can make just a plain tag, done, but having several layers like this makes it just a prettier design. And then we're going to put our, let me pop out our little circle here. Then we're going to put our, a couple glue dots on our snowflake and pop that on here. And I'm going to put, you want to put your glue dots on just intersections. That's always the best way to get something like this to glue down, is to put it on intersections or just wider areas so that you know that it's going to stick. So I happen to have, I just put them in a couple spots. Okay, perfect. Now, and you see how I kept it to the left of the, or to the, I guess that's to the right of the center line, because I want to line my center line is going to go along the edge here. Well, I guess they don't, they have it at an angle, but I did it like this so that I could make sure that I had my angle right. They turned it a little to the side, but I didn't. Okay, and so all those dots are pushed down. Now we take some dimensionals, some of these baby dimensionals. These are the mini dimensionals. And we're going to pop these on the back of our tag. And so you might not be able to see the tag, but they put one on the overlap of this little From Santa, which is wise because that actually helps it stick, and it also allows for you to puff it up a little bit. Yeah, there we go. don't want to have any out on the side here. I'm going to put one more right here because I don't like how it keeps moving on me. Because these are going to go off the edge of the label or the tag. There we go. Okay, let's see. Did I get them all off? Yeah. And then we just pop this right here at an angle. That's cute. So even that's at an angle. So that's kind of interesting. And then they tell you to take 12 inches of ribbon to make your loop. Let me see how big their tag is that they put on the front cover. 12 inches is kind of a lot. Okay, so they don't add any extra string. They're just tying it around and in a bow. I thought they were doing more. I don't know if 12 inches is really necessary, to be honest. You can do far less. Let me get my fabric scissors. I put up the tree, and so I need to tie it down. I've got some rice. I had an idea because last year Pumpkin jumped up on my tree and he broke a leg. I'm pretty sure it was Pumpkin because my other cats have never really jumped up, but he was a small kitten at that time, and so he probably didn't realize that it would move on him. So one of the legs broke a little, not the leg, but the little slot where the leg goes in. Yeah, you don't need 12 inches. Look at, I'm using like barely 6 inches to make my bow. They say 12 inches, but that's way too much. You don't need that much. This is mint macaron twine. This is a pretty twine. I can tell it's mint macaron. Okay. Okay, let me pull this a little tight. And so then I just have a cute little bow there, and that's it. Nothing else. They didn't, so you're gonna slap this onto a bag. You're gonna slap this onto a gift without adding the extra little loop, you know, that we would normally do for a tag. So that's actually really cute. So I'm thinking, but you don't have anyone's name on it. So that's kind of tricky. I guess you could, trying to think of where I guess I could write someone's name in the corner here, but that's going to be a little tricky. So I guess it's a tag, but it depends on how you use it. Stop it. Stop it. Okay. Hey, Pumpkin, cut it out. Pumpkin's fighting. Okay, so, all right, there we go. So that's their one tag. I mean, if you add a loop to it, then you could write on the back. So I guess maybe they say the 12 inches so that if you wanted to add a loop, you could, but if you don't, you could just, I would put this on the front of a card, to be honest. That's what I would do. Okay, so let's go to our next one. Okay, so the next one requires these two tags. The Holly Jolly and this stripe. And a candy cane. And I'm going to clean off this Santa here real quick. So I can use, I think I'll put the ho 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 on the outside of my envelope. That's fun. Or, oh, well, I don't have an envelope, I guess, to use. But for my alternatives, I'll do an envelope. And this is what you guys do when you get your paper pumpkin, is you just have to clean off your stamps before you can do another one. I've also known other people that have used like a glass to attach your stamps to. It would hold, and so we need this, the twine and a circle. And we're going to be using No Peeking and For You. Oh, we need to get the label of For You. And there's a For You label. Yeah, there it is. So here's a little For You label. Okay. And so then I go back to my directions for the next. And see, it tells us to stamp the No Peeking. Oh, and the label I need is one of the green labels. So it's going, no. So they have us using, I think this is mint, the mint label. They give us a few different types of labels or colors, but I don't think they give us that many tags. I think they just give us 12 tags. Yeah, 12 tags. And so, okay. So, pop out these circles. Oh, I guess you could fill the circle with that little stamp there. Okay. All right, so No Peeking is going to, you're going to stamp No Peeking onto your, onto this label with the cherry cobbler. Oh, I meant to show you, see how like if I put it on the red, I can see the label a little better before I stamp. I keep just freewheeling it. Sorry. Okay, so I did my stamp. Now I put some glue dots on the back of this Holly Jolly one. Mm-hmm. Okay, and we're going to line up our circles right here. You want to make sure the two holes line up perfectly, and then you're going to set your label down. Good. There we go. Easy peasy. Then we're going to pop some glue dots on our candy cane and just put that on top of the circle. And then just a couple in the center of the candy cane. I guess they put one here to hold it down. And then one down here. Oops, I need to get the little piece off. I love my tweezers. I know other people use different tools, but... And we're just gonna lay it at an angle on here. Oops, I want it a little more. I want the stick a little more centered. There we go. See, I just wanted it just a touch more centered across the middle. And then we're putting dimensionals on the back of this and popping it up across. Okay. And yeah, we're just putting this on here. I'm gonna put one in the middle. I don't like how it's bending. Okay. All right. And then we'll put a couple dimensionals in the back. They put one across like we did before on the candy cane. And then a couple more to hold it down before we put it on our label. I'm going to put one in the middle here. That way it doesn't cave in. These are quick, these little tags. But they have a good impact. And then I'm going to center this onto my label for you. And then we put the no peeking is going to go through this little circle. And I'm going to tie a bow around with it. Yeah. So we're going to have the string come up through. We're going to thread it through both the no peeking, because no peeking has a circle. So you got to thread it through. Okay, I'm going to pull a little more string. I just want a little bow. I don't want to use all my string on this bow. Okay, there we go. And so, oh, they added some dots to it so it stays in place. I'll do that in a second. There we go. So I've got a good bow on that. Okay. All right. And that's my little, so I only wasted a tiny bit on there. And that is only, gosh, I know that's only maybe 4 inches of twine max. And then they put a little glue dot on this no peeking. I don't know if I want a glue dot on it. You know, you can put a glue dot on it if you want it to stay perfectly set off, but I kind of like that it has a little movement. I'm not going to put a glue dot, but they tell you to put a glue dot on the back here so that it stays perfectly centered, but I don't think it really needs it. I think that there needs to be something here, but we don't have any decorations or anything for this kit. So there's our next one. All right, and our last one is this kit here. So we're going to take one of these green and one of these big labels. I love these big 2-inch something labels, tags. I just love how big they are. I just think it's a good size. Ooh, I'm ripping everything. All right. And then we need one of these mint macaron glimmer paper. And we need a big circle and a couple of those snowflakes. And I think that's it. Yeah, that's all we need. And look, we have extras here, so we can do a few extra things with them. All right, so let's go to our last tag. And so our last tag is going to have that big reindeer. This is a nice big stamp. It's going to just barely fit your block, and it's going to go right in the center here. That's going to look good. And so that's all we're stamping on this one. This is a good. I think I got it centered. Maybe not. We'll see. Yeah, it's pretty centered. I might recommend, actually, it's a little blotchy to the side here. Honestly, what I should have done is take that little cardboard piece from your kit and put it underneath when you stamp, and it'll give you a cleaner image. I have a little bit of blotchiness from my stamp, just a tiny bit, and that is because I didn't have enough padding underneath the label. It's just a tiny bit, and it's only because of the fact that I didn't have padding. So you can take a catalog. You can also take the chipboard from inside your box. That's why they give you this chipboard with your package. Some of it's for the packaging. Some of it's actually for your a tool for you to use when you're stamping, because it's just there to as a tool for when you need to have that little padding underneath. All right, so we're going to take some glue dots and we're going to lay the layer on top of the white layer. Okay. Okay, we're gonna put those down, and then we're gonna put a couple glue dots on this, and this is gonna go over this loop at the top. Now I'm gonna add some extra glue dots. Glimmer paper is a little rough. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add extra glue dots across, and I'm going to add extra glue dots. I'm going to add one right to the middle here, but I'm also going to double up on my glue dots because you just want a really good layer of glue, because honestly, the glimmer paper is like sandpaper a little bit. So you want to make sure that glue is really going to stick. And so I'm doubling up on my glue dots because I want to make sure. And I mean, we're going to tie a little string around it too, so it's not going to really come off, but I just want to make sure it looks finished. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to lay that down right here on the top. All right. And then we're just putting this on here with some dimensionals. And you want to center your dimensionals because the label is bigger than the circle is bigger than the tag. So just put a few across the middle here. You can't put too extra glue on the dimensionals, but it should be okay. I love this big reindeer label. I just think that's good. I guess I should have put a couple more. I need to put a dimensional up here. I put them near the center, but I do need one at the top here. I don't want it to cave in. And I'm going to put one down here at the bottom. So I should have put across the middle. All right. There we go. Okay, so there we go. See how it's not going to cave in at the top or bottom. It might cave a little bit on the side. I guess I could have spread them out a little bit better, but I think it'll be fine. And then we're going to take a couple snowflakes, 3 little snowflakes. These are just like the ones we had last month, but they're not out of the that iridescent paper, which was really nice. Okay, now one of the sides is white and oh, they are iridescent. My bad. I thought they were just plain white. They are iridescent. I needed to flip the paper over. Oh, come on. Let me get this glue dot off. Get it off with my finger. There we go. They are iridescent. I didn't think they were iridescent. So put the glue dot on the white side, not the iridescent side. And pop it down. I'm going to pop it here where it's hidden. This one is going to be a little bit hidden. I'm going to put another glue dot on the back. This one's going to be a tiny bit hidden by ribbon and the tag. And I want to, actually, I'm going to see if I can get that glue off with my glue eraser. Yeah, it's going to pull it off. Oh, come on. Come on. Seriously. There we go. There we go. It should be all right. There we go. I'm going to put a rhinestone over that or something. There's just a little bit of a, it's just a little dull from the glue that I had put on there by mistake. Here I thought they weren't iridescent, and they are. And because it's on that glimmer layer, I'm doubling up on my glue dots again, because that roughness just needs a little extra glue. And so we're going to put one down here at the bottom. And there's the one up there. And then I'm going to grab my last one right here. And this one's going to go on top of the circle. And it's just going to go over here to the side. And then we're tying another little bow up through the tag part here. Now, if you wanted to tie a loop, what you would do, if you want to tie a loop, you just put, I didn't know how to do this at first when I did a label like this. So I make my loop and I tie a knot with that loop. And I'm going to move it over a little bit toward the end, like this. I'm a little, there we go. And what you can do is then you would just loop it through and tie its knot. I'm not going to do that, but maybe I will, but I guess I will because it's here, but, or this would be a good ornament too. So I just made a little loop, that's it. So I made my doubled over piece and then I tied a little knot. Then you feed, yeah, I don't want it to show, so I feed it through here and wrap it around. And that'll give me just enough of a loop to, there we go, yeah. So that could be my loop if I wanted to make it into a tag that would hang off of a gift or make it into an ornament. This would be a cute little ornament too. And so, yeah, so that's it. That's how you make your little knot. It's not that hard. Now there's other ways you can make a little loop like this for a tag. This is just one. This actually is a cute little bookmark too, Christmassy bookmark. And that's it. So it took me 40 minutes technically with all my yapping to do all three of these, but I also talked to you while I did it, and I could see you easily putting these out within less than an hour to do all 12. No problem. They're pretty simple as a whole. And so, yeah, those are really cute. So those are our three. I wanted to show you how you can make them into a card. So if you want to make them into a card front, so I'm just going to grab here's a green card front. Look at how cute that is. So all I would do to adjust this tag, I would actually move this from Santa down a little bit, only because this is an extra wide tag, but this one easily can be just thrown on top of a card, no problem. Same with this one. This could easily be thrown on top of a card. You see, that's it. And there you go. I mean, I would make this a bow instead, if this had a bow, and throw it on top of a card. And there you go. Cute little layer. And you could even layer a second layer so it looks a little more intentional even. Not pink. I thought that was red. So here's a Poppy Parade. This is a type of red. And you see I could easily just throwing that down on the top. If this had a bow, it would have been a perfect little card front. Done. There's your cards. Same with here. You see, just throwing that on top gives that little extra bump up to it so that it looks intentional. And the same thing here, except we just would have to move this from Santa a little bit more just because it's extra wide. Oh, you know what? We could do it sideways. It would work on it sideways and not have to move anything. So if I had my card sideways, I would have had a cherry cobbler background here. But look at it, all fits. The only, I would have to move the holiday. I think the happy holidays a tiny bit. But other than that, I mean, it'll all fit on a card that way. So yeah, so you could easily pop these onto a Christmas card. So if you weren't a huge fan, and remember, Paper Pumpkin is 100% guaranteed. So if you don't like this kit, you realize once you open the box, you're like, oh, I don't like this. I don't want tags. I misunderstood or whatever. Let me know. We just contact the company and they take care of it. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. No problem at all. It's 100% guaranteed. There's no problem with, I'm pretty sure they send you a, they either send you a tag so they mail it back because these are pretty high demand, or they just credit you. That's it. And give you a refund. It's really simple. They are not uptight about stuff like that. So get them chasing each other around the tree. So yeah, so that's it. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Such cute little cards. So these are perfect. So all right, well, I hope you have a great day. Thanks for tuning in, and I hope you have a good Thanksgiving tomorrow. I am going to the movies. I always go to the movies on Thanksgiving. It's a fun little tradition. My grandmother and I used to go to the movies on Thanksgiving, and so I always go. I've always done it for years and years and years. It's just fun to go to the movies on Thanksgiving. And so I'm gonna go see Black Panther, the Wakanda Forever. That's what I'm gonna go see tomorrow. I haven't seen it yet, and I have been intentionally avoiding any press on it because I don't want to have it spoiled. And so yeah, so I'm gonna go see that tomorrow, and that'll be fun. My friend and I are actually gonna go to Buc-ee's first, which is this amazing gas station here in Texas. If you guys don't know about it, it's this, you can look it up on YouTube. It has like 100, yeah, make them into cards. Make them into cards, Sylvia. That's the best way, is I would just make these easily into cards. I don't give out a lot of gifts either. So that's my #1 plan, is to make these into cards or even an ornament. Like, to me, these could easily be fun, a couple fun. I wouldn't maybe want 12 of these on my tree, but these are perfect little ornaments. And that little bling on there is super cute. But yeah, I'm going to go see Wakanda Forever tomorrow. I always go out on Thanksgiving to the movies, and it's just a fun tradition. And oh, we're gonna go to Buc-ee's. So if you guys don't know what Buc-ee's is, go into YouTube and put the word Buccees. That's the name of it. They spell it with 2 C's and 2 E's. It's this gas station in Texas, and they have all these like homemade snacks in there. I mean, it's just the best little gas station ever. And so we're going to go there first to get some snacks. But they've been checking our bags, so we can't take them inside the movie theater anymore. But I still think it's fun to get snacks from there first. So we'll get snacks first and then we'll go. So yeah, the card idea is a good idea for you, Sylvia. I definitely think that's a good option. Or like I said, a little ornament. I don't really give out gifts either. I sent a couple gifts to my nieces and nephews, but that's it. I mean, other than them, I'll send something to my parents, but I really don't send out too many Christmas gifts or give out Christmas gifts. Just a couple. Oh, here comes Boo Boo. She's decided I'm done. So, all right. Well, have a great Thanksgiving, guys. I will talk to you guys soon. Thanks for your little cameo there, buddy. Yeah, right in the way. Yeah, you're not in the way at all. No. I've never had you jump all the way up in the middle, dude. So, all right, well, have a good Thanksgiving, guys. And clearly, this is, you're so funny. All right, well, have a great day, guys. Thanks.